Hey, are you a business owner, entrepreneur, or professional? If so, we want you to apply to be a featured guest on our show. My name is Adam Torres, and I host the Mission Matters series of podcasts. I've recorded over 3,000 episodes, and we are just getting started. How do you know if you'd be a good guest to be on the show? Well, only one way to find out, and that's to apply, but I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We want guests that have a story to tell, guests with a brand, a product, or a service that can benefit my audience of listeners. If this sounds like you, go to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. I'd love to talk to you and get to know more about your story. Again, head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to apply. All right, now let's get into the show. Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, your source for all things business. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Samantha Joule Fow on the line, and she's CEO over at Axiom Communications, and she's also author of the upcoming book, Be Decent, Environmental Activism 2.0. Samantha, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Adam. I'm so grateful to be a guest, and I look forward to connecting with you.
All right, Samantha. So I'm excited to get into this book. For the audience that have been following me for a long time, you know I love supporting authors, and you know I love helping authors sell books. It's not easy to get out there and get a book done, so excited to help you promote today, Samantha. But before we do that, I do want to go a little bit further into what you're doing over at Axiom Communications. Tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
Sure thing. Thanks. At Axiom Communications, we connect people through content-based outreach, marketing, information, technical writing that is both accurate and compliant with the needs of even the most demanding and complex enterprise, engaging, warm, friendly, interesting. There's a lot of me in my brand. It includes a lot of advocacy and activism, and the combination of that foundation of, a high volume technical writing, copywriting, go, and just my own passion for activism and advocacy really led me down the path to Be Decent, which is the project that we're talking about today.
So, Samantha, at the end of this, I'm going to give you the opportunity to leave a website or social or wherever people should go to learn more about Axiom. But I want to make sure the right types of individuals and businesses do connect with you. What's the right type of company that's usually a good fit to work with you and your team?
Sure. Thanks for asking. So Axiom Communications is primarily enterprise and B2B. We offer content marketing and digital outreach support, really soup to nuts. We provide the content, which is guaranteed high quality content, as I said, accurate, compliant for organizations ranging from regulated industries, tech companies, professional services, people that, kind of do things that's a little bit hard to explain. We offer, as I said, both technical writing and content marketing support for those sorts of organizations. You can reach us at our website, which is at www.communications.com, or on social media at AxiomComm, 2 M's, AXIOMCOMM.
All right, Samantha. So let's dive further into this book. So Be Decent, Environmental Activism 2.0. So of everybody listening that's ever tried to write a book or got a book out there, it's not a simple thing to do, and to keep it narrow and to find your topic and get it to the end. I know it's available for pre-order right now, but what was the inspiration behind this?
Oh, gosh. Well, I think that this work is really a long time coming, and it's a culmination of, putting one foot in front of the other on that 1,000-mile journey of, becoming an author and a thought leader in a field that you're really passionate and highly knowledgeable about. I'm not afraid to advocate for myself, as I am not afraid to advocate for anything that I'm passionate about. And, the truth of the matter is that I know environmental law and policy because I've had a ton of training in it, right? I have a law degree, I have an LLM in environmental law, as well as a master's in energy regulation from a top law school in this field, Vermont Law School. And, it's something that I have been deeply, deeply engaged with, both from a professional perspective as a, technical writer for regulated industries, as well as, something that is truly just so deeply, deeply, deeply important to me, and that is saving our planet.
Fantastic. So I want the audience to go and pick up this book, of course, and I find the best way to get somebody's appetite whet, so to speak, so that they really want to go out and grab a copy is to share like a story or something from the book that just to give everyone a style for your flavor of writing and just for the type of content they can expect to get when they read this.
Absolutely. So this book is really meant to be a source of empowerment and a call to action in terms of providing real actionable information about green technology, how our modern access to distributed and decentralized technology can be used by any of us and all of us for world-changing progress and really, really great things. It's there if you are interested in becoming an online civic activist. There's a lot of discussion in terms of the success of the Black Lives Matter movement, the Umbrella Revolution in Hong Kong, the Me Too movement. There's so many inroads in terms of access to becoming an activist in the age of environmental activism 2.0, even if the environment isn't necessarily what you're passionate about. But truly, the book is full of direct examples of people discovering empowerment through the information and access to diversified and decentralized technology that is allowing them to protect their communities, from environmental harm that is otherwise really continuously manifested through our centralized economic and political institutions. There's a really compelling story in there, regarding technology being used. Microsoft uses an entire platform called AI for Earth that is specifically, to the point of, hey, we have this really sophisticated technology, artificial intelligence. We use it for all sorts of enterprise applications. Let's see what we can do if we instead focus our groundbreaking and innovative abilities to help the planet.
What kind of feedback have you had from the, obviously it's not live out to the public yet, but I know whenever you're developing a book, you have mentors, you have other people, you have readers, you have editors, you have, that go through the content. What kind of feedback have you been receiving so far as you've been going through this process on some of the ideas and just the book in general?
Well, Adam, is great. I can't help but advocate for myself. But truly, being aside from being tongue in cheek, you can't do it without support. 100%. As solitary as it feels to grind away at the computer, and there is no substitute for that. That's the baseline. That's what it takes, right? You just have to put in the hard work of writing writing your piece. That's true regardless of whether it's a cutting edge informational advocacy driven piece like Be Decent, Environmental Activism 2.0, or whether it's a memoir or a novel or anything like that. You really do have to put in the time, but it doesn't end there. I have people who I have brought on to support me with my own content marketing, even though I do that on an enterprise level, right? I have people that support me and make sure that, this is all being done precisely and according to best practices across social media and SEO and things like that. I also have somebody who's supporting, directly with respect to self-authorship consulting. And how can I position myself to, get on the list that get the attention of, Amazon and independent bookstores and things like that. I'm engaging literally everyone that I know in my network and just telling them that, hey, I'm doing something really, really big. Any amount of support or recommendation, that you can offer is highly valued, because that's really kind of the unexpected wisdom of this entire experience, as solitary as it may feel, to be a writer and to put yourself out there in that regard. You're truly not alone.
That's awesome. So Samantha, if somebody is listening to this right now and they want to learn more about either Axiom Communications or they want to follow the progress on the book, I think you told me on the pre-call it's going to come in about in December. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but what's the best way for people to follow both Axiom and the book's progress, and to pick up a pre-copy or pre-order the copy, I should say?
Absolutely. Thank you so much. You can pre-order at our website, bedecentbook.com. Please also follow us for updates and, regular advocacy and outreach. That's all part of what we do. We're engaged in online civic activism because we're not afraid to put our money where our mouth is in that regard. So please follow us on social media at bedecentbook as well. And if you are interested in following the content marketing and virtual advocacy that comes through the Axiom Communications brand, you can also find us at the web at axiom-communications.com and at AxiomCom on social media. And yeah, I think that's it.
Fantastic. Well, Samantha, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background and all the great stuff you're doing at Axiom Communications. And congrats again on the book. So Be Decent, Environmental Activism 2.0. Definitely want everybody to go pre-order that and pick up a copy. And Samantha, thanks again for coming on the show. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, Adam. I really appreciate the opportunity, and truly, I invite any future invitations that may be forthcoming from any of your podcasts. Thank you.